Hello Aries, Ashley here. We're going to do a reading for the week of May 9th, but we are looking into last week, so that first week of May. We have Roots of Abundance for you, so I like that. This week, the week of the 9th, we have Breathe. So maybe taking a bit of a break or just trying to kind of step back and recenter a little bit. We shall see. And then into the future, we have See from a Higher Perspective. We have the Eagle Spirit, so that's always a lovely card to pull. We're getting some higher insights, and perhaps because we've taken a bit of a breather, right? We're going to pull some tarot and see what's going on here for the Aries collective. If this is not your reading, be sure to check out your other placements. And yeah, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below, and share with another Aries if you feel like it would be helpful. Let's see what's going on for Aries. Could be a lot of talking. I'm noticing all the blue here showing up in your reading so far. Queen of Cups just fell out, so you might be dealing with a water sign, perhaps really tapping into that intuition as well. With this eagle energy showing up, we have the Fool trying to pop up. That's your card, Aries. Oh goodness, the cards are everywhere. And the Eight of Pentacles, so it could be a new start, something you've really been focused on. Could be pretty busy at work, actually, and perhaps we're just taking a bit of a timeout here this week. Let's see. See what we get. We have the Empress. So talk about abundance here. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. Doesn't have to be, but you're definitely sitting in the energy of abundance. Really coming right off the tail end of that solar eclipse in Taurus, so I like that. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Fool. That is what just tried to pop out for you. New beginnings coming in here. We have the Lovers. So Gemini energy, the Page of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. The Six of Swords. Definitely seeing some movement here recently when it comes to how you're connecting in, I want to say, with your higher self. Could also have seen some progress in a love relationship, some sort of romantic connection here. Doesn't have to be with the Lovers, but it typically is. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here, so definitely a pair showing up. And then the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like you're kind of exiting some old karma here, some old cycles perhaps, in a relationship dynamic. It does look like a new cycle is quick to come in here. About mid-May. We're going to pull some clarifiers to see what's going on. It does feel like, though, that this week you're kind of just pulling back a little bit. With this Four of Pentacles, day to day, this week could be kind of on the quieter side, I want to say. Maybe spending some more time on your own outside of this connection. Whether it is you pulling back or there's some sort of distance between you and this person for some reason. Maybe work itself is just busy, and so when you get home at the end of the day, you're just kind of staying at home and resting, that kind of thing. It does look like there's communication happening here, though. There's definitely someone keeping an eye on you, maybe checking in via text, that sort of thing. We'll find out. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords, the Hermit, and the Knight of Wands. Judgment. Okay, so like there's definitely someone who's finding you very intriguing here. Could be dealing with a fire sign. We've got the King of Wands. We also have the King of Pentacles. It does look to me like a longer term partnership, or one that has the potential to be long term. But I do feel like perhaps you've taken a step back here with this Hermit energy, and then you're surrounded here by these two Knights. And so I do feel like there is a lot of communication, but it's almost like it's like you're in this position of being very curious to someone. And I feel like because you've kind of pulled back, they're very intrigued is what I want to say. And so they're noticing this shift in your energy. We're going to see why that might be happening here. So this past week we had the Roots of Abundance. It is a number 2, which talks about balance. We have the Empress, the Lovers, and the Six of Swords. So I do feel like you are here recently moving into a very positive space when it comes to overall abundance. Things are growing, there's movement. Perhaps after a period of time of there not being a whole lot of movement, right? With the Empress, why do we have the Empress? We have the Lovers. So definitely a strong counterpart here. Could be dealing with the Divine Feminine, or you are sitting in that energy. This Queen of Cups is coming out again, and that's that first card that popped out. So this is a deep love connection, and it could feel like this connection has been growing in some way. Perhaps there's even some, I'm noticing the baby here on the Empress. Typically that is a pregnancy card. So if that is something you're seeking, it does look like now is a fertile time. If that's not something you're wanting, I would be mindful of that. If all your parts are working and you're capable, be careful. But it's this lovely deep love, and it feels like there's an ease to it, at least this past week. Let's look at the Lovers. We have the Tower, some Scorpio energy. Again, we have some Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Libra here, and the Five of Pentacles. So I want to clarify a little bit more here, because with the Six of Swords, we're getting the Hanged Man, some more Pisces there, and the Four of Swords. So some of you may have moved away from a connection here and into silence. We have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords here, and now this Four of Pentacles with this, kind of taking a time out here from this connection. What's interesting, though, is that while the Tower is here, when I first pulled the Tower and the Five of Pentacles, which would typically be a move or a loss of some kind in this connection, I wasn't feeling, and the reason why I wanted to finish clarifying there is because I actually still feel really positive about this. I'm not feeling like there's been a full loss here. Now that might not be how you're feeling. If something's changed, let's keep going and see if we can uncover what that's about, because if I'm just picking up on your energy here, Aries, I'm really still not feeling like this is some sort of traumatic change. Perhaps for the other person, it certainly could be. But it does look like after... Let me get one more on this Hanged Man. What's this? There's been a shift in perspective here. Perhaps something recognized as needing to end, or there needing to be some kind of movement or shift that takes place in this dynamic. And it feels like perhaps you've had that perspective here, and somebody needed to kind of distance themselves in some way. Let's keep going and see what else we get here. So for this week, we have that breathe card. It's just talking about kind of taking a step back, centering yourself, getting into your own energy here, you know, kind of being at peace, right? Maybe connecting in and seeking some guidance from your higher self here. With the Four of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Cups and the Devil. With the Page of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. So there's definitely still some communication going on here, I feel. And the World. I feel like someone else is shocked here. Someone else is shocked here, and they're really wanting to understand what has happened. Let's look at this Queen of Pentacles. I do feel like this is your energy here, Aries, male or female. We do have the pair here. Okay, these want to come out together. We have the Seven of Cups and the Temperance card. So it does feel like you're kind of just needing some time out here to figure out what it is that you want to do. There might be some confusion on your part. I'm not quite picking up on why that might be. I want to say with this Devil, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups, there could be this feeling that this connection was so strong and so deep that there's something about it that's maybe, it might be feeling like it's caging you in some way. But when I'm getting that, I'm also feeling like it's more like a threat to your own independence, perhaps, rather than it actually being an actual threat. There could be some fears that are coming up about your own personal security, and I feel like it could be as a result of being so deeply exposed and vulnerable in this connection, because it feels like a really strong connection here. Let's keep going and see what comes in this next week. We have the Eagle spirit showing up, giving us that higher perspective. And again, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, with all this blue here, a lot of throat chakra going on. So I do still feel like there's a lot of intuitive connection as well as actual communication taking place. Even if you have pulled your energy back here. We have the Fool, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Let's see what else we get here. I can get my cards picked up. Kind of organized. So they're a little bit all over the place. Alright, let's look at this. This is Fool energy for Aries. Like, this is your card. And what's interesting on this particular card is she's kind of walking along the back of an alligator here. And she's very interested in this like little buttercup flower right at the tip of his tail. But there's kind of this energy on this particular card of, okay, if I grab that flower, am I gonna get bit? You know, there's a risk here. And I feel like it's regarding this relationship. It kind of feels like a cut and run, a little bit of an energy here, Aries, like maybe a little bit of flight happening here, as in like fight or flight, as a result of maybe a trigger or something coming up. With the Fool, we have the Four of Wands. So there's definitely union energy here, but it might feel risky. And then we have that King of Wands again, and it's It's got this kind of magnetism to it. I want to say it feels actually quite sexy. With the King of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands. Now, some of you might actually have a choice between two partners here. Someone that you've been with, perhaps, in the past, something longer term, and then someone new here potentially. That may not be the case for everyone out there watching. We do have the Lovers, and then we have this Two of Wands showing up, both of which are a choice. And then you have the Seven of Cups here, where you're trying to kind of take your time and decide what it is that you want here. I feel like there could be someone showing up as a bit of a temptation here, for sure. Intense sexual energy as well, and it could feel like it really ignites your fire. Now, the Two of Wands here with this King of Pentacles can also be separation, right? With this maybe longer term king, or sort of an action-taking, abundant energy here. Yeah, look at that. Three of Swords. So for some of you, there's definitely a third party here. And I don't mean to say that as in you have gone off and found someone new and you're having an affair. It looks to me like this past person, this connection you've been dealing with, is really bummed about this disconnection between the two of you. And I do feel like there could be someone else stepping into the mix here. With the Ten of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Again, your energy there, Aries. And the King of Cups. Okay, so we have the King and Queen of Cups. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles. And we have this King of Wands showing up here. Now, for some of you, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of... It's like we have this longer term connection that we've been in and we've decided to remove ourselves from. But it does feel like it's potentially because there's a newer connection showing up here. Let me get some more there. The High Priestess. I feel like this higher perspective is showing up as kind of this high priestess energy. It's this intuitive knowing here that something has run its course. But we have the Lovers showing up here twice. I almost feel like for some of you, the connection that you've been in has been long term. It's been overall quite successful, as far as like maybe you've been with this person for a long time. Perhaps you have built quite a life together. Both feel successful as far as finances, as far as careers here. Maybe this is even a marriage for some of you. Because it's the King and Queen of Pentacles. But I'm also feeling like there's another deep soul connection showing up here. And it is one that you're wanting to take action towards, Aries. And I feel like in order to do that, we're having to close something out from the past. And that might explain why when I pulled the Tower and the Five of Pentacles, that it didn't feel like, I don't want to say that big of a deal, but it didn't feel like this painful thing. I do feel like that is the case for the person you're leaving behind. Like, they're confused, they're being cut out. There's a lot of communication still happening. I think they have a lot of questions as to why it's coming to an end. But for your energy, Aries, it feels like it's just kind of, it needs to be done. Like, perhaps it's reached a point of being stagnant, and you're seeing that this other dynamic that's shown up has the potential for more growth. It's also very intuitive, as well as like deeply attractive as well. So like, it kind of feels like there's maybe a little bit of guilt this week. Perhaps some fears coming up within you. You could certainly be dealing with a Capricorn as well, because we have a lot of that showing up here. But I feel like the fears that might be coming up about maybe removing yourself from this past relationship, it was actually quite a secure, stable connection. One that had, again, plenty of abundance. Like, you might have been living together with this person in a home, right? Like, you, financially, things were solid, it feels like. And by separating here, that's shaking up that foundation a bit. And I don't see anything here that says that it would be like financially bad for you or anything to walk away from this connection. But I do feel like you might be kind of faced with this decision. Am I going to allow my fears of the financial disruption to change my mind here? I don't see you doing that. I see you choosing this new person. And I feel like you're feeling strong intuitive guidance here with regards to that. Could also be that you're receiving some guidance or some advice from a water sign or a Pisces in particular. But it looks to me like you're wanting to start this new connection, perhaps with a fire sign, another fire sign here. Could be a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, right? I just noticed that as I was kind of organizing my cards here, that the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles were in reverse. So it does look to me like you are trying to release something that was a longer term connection. So this could be anywhere from just long-term living together or marriage, right, in order to pursue something else. And I feel like the reason you're kind of taking a breather here is, one, to kind of battle those things out within, right? But also, I feel like you're really trying to give this some time and really think about it, and decide what's truly in your heart and what your heart wants here. Again, I do feel like there's a lot of regret and pain for this past partner with regards to this choice that you're making. A lot of confusion maybe as to why something's happening in this way. Okay, well, that's what we got there, Aries. I hope that was helpful to someone out there. And I will see you for next week's update. Again, check out your other placements. If this was not your reading, it did feel kind of specific. Thanks for being here. Bye.